Good afternoon. If you're just joining us 5 minutes before the scheduled start time, hope you're well. You'll see the pin code on the screen, 66079. Put that in your virtual keypad via buzzerpad.com. Don't forget to press the finger at the top of your keypad. Make sure that it's registered, 66079. Hope you're well. This is the penultimate of the weekly quizzes that we've been offering during lockdown. Of course, restrictions gradually easing, so the numbers not surprisingly dwindling over the last couple of weeks or so. Still a hardcore of people, and hopefully we'll get around 20 to 30 people playing today, I would imagine. And we'll also have the final Spyrites quiz. That's on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. We will run them from time to time, but the final one of the weekly series we've been putting on during lockdown, with Phil Tooley doing a best of compilation for the final Spyrites quiz. Today it's all about the fun family quiz. Nothing too serious. Usual trivia. Some questions based on what's happening in the news. Apologies for last week for the regular players who were expecting to play the Fun Family Quiz at this time last week. Unfortunately, an emergency meant that we were holed up in the Northern General A&E department, which was not how I expected spending my Sunday afternoon, so apologies for that. Tried to put a message out to as many people as possible via social media and on our club website, but appreciate that some people don't go on those regularly, so they wouldn't have seen that. But thanks for all the messages. The messages wishing Mrs. J well, and pleased to report that she's pretty much there. Been on the mend over the last week. So thanks very much for all the goodwill messages, very much appreciated. So 66079 is the pin code. And don't forget to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. I'll be back shortly. We'll kick off shortly after 5 o'clock, give people time to sign in. So welcome if you've just joined us. 66079 is the pin code. And of course you need to press that finger at the top of the virtual keypad to make sure that you are registered to play in tonight's quiz. I'm sure we've got many regulars taking part. For those who are taking part for the first time or want a reminder of the format, it's against the clock, so the quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. Multiple choice, and once you've made your selection, there's no turning back. You can't change your selection, so your first answer is final. We'll have a look at the leaderboard at various points, 20 questions in total. At the halfway stage, we'll have a Wheel of Fortune to win a notebook, a Chesterfield FC notebook, and then the winner of the actual quiz will go into a draw to win a prize. 66079, the pin code, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So we're approaching 30 quizzes taking part today. For those of you who missed the message at the start of the quiz, well, a couple of messages really. Apologies for last week's no show. There was an emergency, so we spent the afternoon in the A&E department at the Northern General in Sheffield. Fortunately, nothing too serious, but thanks for the goodwill messages. And the other message that I said at the start of the stream was that this is the penultimate of the weekly fun family quizzes. We'll have a final one this time next Sunday, but with the restrictions gradually being lifted, of course the numbers have been dwindling, as you'd expect. So I think people have got plenty of options, or they will have even more options as we go along. People enjoying going to the pubs and sitting outside, and it won't be long before you can actually go inside a pub as well. So, and also, of course, the restaurants. So we will be giving them a break, but the good news is that we will do quizzes from time to time. And also, if you're a fan of the quizzes, and a good time to plug Bernie Clifton's comedy keypad quiz. I spoke to Bernie earlier. We're going to have a run through of that tomorrow night. Some great prizes to be won. It's including a stay at Sutton Hall in North Yorkshire worth £500. Other prizes as well. So please do join us. You need to book for that one. There is a minimum donation of £5, and that's via Ticket Source. So if you go onto the Ticket Source website and type in Bernie Clifton, you'll see the comedy keypad quiz details there, all in aid of CSALS, the Community Save a Life scheme, a local charity. So great prizes to be won. That's via Zoom on Thursday night, starting at around 7 p.m. So hopefully a few of you will be able to join us for that. So Bernie Clifton's comedy keypad quiz, same format as this, but it's via Zoom. Okay, back to tonight. 66079 is the pin code, and then press the finger on your virtual keypad. That was a good guess. I thought we might get around 30 people. We've just tipped over that mark. 31 as it stands. Now 32 and 33. So a few people just joining as I was speaking. We're 4 minutes past 5. We'll give people a few more minutes to get involved. 66079, and then press the finger on your virtual keypad. Make sure that you are registered to play. A reminder about the format: against the clock, multiple choice. The quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. And we'll have, at the halfway point, the top 20 at that stage will go into a Wheel of Fortune. So totally at random from that top 20, someone will win a Spyrites notebook, which we can send out to you. And also the winner will go into a draw to win a prize with the rest of the prize of the competition winners from this month. So we'll have the final Spyrites quiz on Wednesday night, and the final fun family quiz next Sunday, 5 o'clock here on YouTube. And then we'll have some keypad quizzes from time to time. And hopefully, before too long, we'll be able to actually have a live quiz at the Technique Stadium. It'd be great to go into Spire's restaurant and play a quiz there. Got an idea for a general sports quiz with a sports media personality. 66079 is the pin code for tonight's quiz. And press your finger at the top of the virtual keypad. So 35 people, which is good going. The sun's out and plenty of things to do, but good to see that we're holding up with a decent number there. 35 so far. So 6 minutes past. Give people a minute or so to log in. And then we'll get underway with tonight's quiz. Just had to tweak one or two questions because of the problem last week where we weren't able to do the quiz. So make reference to birthdays and things like that. So I've just tweaked last week's quiz, which didn't get played, to use it today. So we're about ready to go then. 36 people now. Somebody just signing in. So let's give a final call then to say the pin code is 66079, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad to play in tonight's quiz. So let's get underway then. And screen goes to black. And we get to the point where we can take a look at who's with us tonight for the penultimate Fun Family Quiz. Kevin Wag, quick off the mark, a regular quizzer, first to log in. Then the Cots, Pauline, Dave Mid, Bobby Dennis, the Wag Rileys, Rabbit Dave and Ricardo, Zoe's uncle, Shoot, and a touch of genius. They're the first 10. Also Bushy Tails, good to see you again, and Glee Team, Roy CFC, the Rileys, Nesquik. I could go on and on, but plenty of familiar names who play every week. Looking further down, Linny Sue, good to see you back with us again. Hope your connection problems that you experienced the other week are overcome. So let's get underway then with tonight's quiz, starting with question 1. It's going to be a straightforward one. How old is the Queen? Is she 94 or 95? So very simple, A or B. How old is the Queen? 94 or 95? And everybody has answered. So within plenty of time. Everybody logged in. And the answer is 95. She was 95 this week. So how many people put 95? And look at that. Very rarely does that happen. 100% getting that right. So who was quickest off the mark? Aggie 777 with maximum points. In fact, quite a few people. The top 10 there, all with maximum points. So I think that's the first time I can remember seeing a 100% scoreline. Far Right's Police propping up the table. A little slower than others to answer. On to question 2. Whose best-selling autobiography is titled Thanks a Lot, Mr. Kibblewhite? Mark Knopfler, Roger Daltrey, Sting, or Phil Collins? So they've written the story of their life called Thanks a Lot, Mr. Kibblewhite. Either Mark Knopfler, Roger Daltrey, Sting, or Phil Collins. Less than half the time remains. Just Pauline yet to answer, and has now answered. So everybody is in the mix. Sure, it won't be 100% this time. And the answer is Roger Daltrey. So, how many people put Roger Daltrey? Well, most popular answer, but 15 getting that right. 9 going for Mark Knopfler, 6 for Sting, and same number for Phil Collins. Question 3. Which of these golf terms indicates the lowest score? Is it bogey, albatross, par, or eagle? Not something I've ever experienced on the golf course, I must admit. Plenty of bogeys over the years, but which of these golf terms indicates the lowest score? Bogey, albatross, par, or eagle? Nesquik and Haggy 777, the last to answer. Everybody is in. And the answer is albatross. It's 3 under par, so rare thing, yep. 17. 10 going for eagle, 6 for bogey, 3 for par. On to question 4. Where is this? Is it in England, Scotland, Wales, or Ireland? Look at the photo. Where is it? Is that taken in England, Scotland, Wales, or Ireland? Less than half the time now remains. A few people yet to answer. Touch of Genius and Ellie, in fact, they have now answered, so everybody is in. We're good to see nobody having connection issues tonight, and the answer is Scotland. The Kelpies mark the eastern gateway to the Forth and Clyde Canal, so B is what we're looking for. And 19 getting that right. 9 going for Wales, the next most popular answer. 8 for Ireland and 2 for England. We'll look at the leaderboard after the next question. Question 5. In the US state of Georgia, what is it illegal to eat with a fork? Fish, fried chicken, or chips? So it's against the law to eat what with a fork in the US state of Georgia? Fish, fried chicken, or chips? Bizarre, but true. And just Ellie to answer. And has now answered. Not many times we've had a full house where everybody is able to answer. Good to see. The answer is fried chicken. So B, most popular answer. 24 getting that right. 7 apiece for fish and chips. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. It was Haggy 777 who was in the lead after the first question. Let's take a look now. Dave Mid at the top by 2 points from Archie's Army, then Bobby Dennis and the Wag Riley's Shoot, and the back headers. That's the top 5. Let's take a look further down. Leopard Skin Larry yet to get off the mark. On we go with question 6. What is rapper Drake's real name? Is it Algernon, Archibald, or Aubrey? So the rapper Drake, what is his real name? Algernon, Archibald, or Aubrey? Less than half the time remains. Just Joe and Ellie yet to answer. And they've now answered. So Drake's real name is Aubrey. See, take a look then, see how many people got that right. Yet most popular answer 24, getting that right. 9 for Archibald, 5 for Algernon. So on to question 7. What's the correct term for a question mark immediately followed by an exclamation mark? An interrobang, a questex, or an exclagong? So a question mark immediately followed by an exclamation mark. Is it an interrobang, a questex, or an exclagong? Less than half the time remains. Just Travelman yet to answer. And everybody again has answered. So all 38 have logged in an answer, and the answer is and Interrobang. Most popular answer, 16, but 13 going for Questex, 8 for Exclagong. Question 8. It was announced recently that which popular TV series is set to return? Minder, The Bill, Dallas, or London's Burning? So which of those TV series is set to return? Minder, The Bill, Dallas, or London's Burning? Less than half the time now remains. 3 people now, 2 people yet to answer. Shoot and Ellie. Now just Shoot. And has answered. So once again, everybody is in the mix to get some points. The answer is The Bill. Did you watch The Bill back in the day? Very popular series. 23 getting that right. On to question 9. Which singer has been named Worst Director in the Razzies for her debut film? Madonna, Sia, Lady Gaga, or Taylor Swift? So the Razzies, they're handed out. They're basically the raspberries of the film world. For the worst actor, worst actress, worst film, worst director, etc. But this is a singer whose debut film has earned her the tag of Worst Director. Either Madonna, Sia, Lady Gaga, or Taylor Swift. Just Ellie yet to answer. I'm running out. And the answer is Sia. So B, well, very evenly spread there. 11 apiece for Sia and Taylor Swift. 10 for Lady Gaga. 5 for Madonna. So well done if you put B, Sia. Now this will be crucial because the next question will determine the top 20. And of course we'll have the Wheel of Fortune. So the top 20 will go into that Wheel of Fortune. So question 10. Which cocktail is made from gin, lemon juice, sugar and carbonated water? Is it Screwdriver, a Tom Collins, a Gimlet or a Manhattan? Photo of it will gradually emerge. I don't think it'll help you a lot, but it's made from gin, lemon juice, sugar and carbonated water. It's either a Screwdriver, a Tom Collins, a Gimlet or a Manhattan. Less than half the time remains. Just Dan and Ellie yet to answer. Ellie once again. Could be struggling with connection. Didn't answer the last one. Has just answered. The answer is a Tom Collins. Never had a Tom Collins. Give that a go, I think. Sounds good. And 13 getting it right. 17 going for Manhattan. 5 for Gimlet. 3 for Screwdriver. So let's take a look then at the leaderboard. And importantly, who's in the top 20 for that Wheel of Fortune? Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys with a decent lead at the top from Zoe's Uncle. And then the back headers in third place. Archie's Army fourth. Teacups Barmy Army. That's the top 5. So we go all the way down to Shay T or Ches T. Whichever you want. Is it Shay T or Ches T? So all the top 20 there will go into the Wheel of Fortune. So good luck, everyone. So we're going to spin the wheel. It's Oswald's Wheel of Fortune. Paying tribute to Bernie Clifton's sidekick ahead of Thursday's comedy keypad quiz. So let's spin that wheel. Your name will be on there if you're in the top 20. Giving it a good spin. And the wheel gradually grinding to a halt. Where is it going to land? And it lands on Rabbit, Dave and Anne. So Rabbit, Dave and Anne, if you want to send an email to me, media@chesterfield-fc.co.uk. We'll sort you out with a prize. Back to the quiz. Sean Maguire was 45 last week. Which soap did he appear in? Crossroads, Coronation Street, EastEnders, or Crossroads? I've got Crossroads twice. Yep, an error there with Crossroads in twice, but with which soap did Sean Maguire appear in? He was 45 last week. So just Ellie yet to answer and has now answered. So the answer to the soap question is EastEnders. How many people put EastEnders? 32. 2 apiece going for both Crossroads. 2 for Coronation Street, but 32 the overwhelming favourite. So let's go to question 12. What is the collective noun for a group of pandas? Is it a company, a business, a mustering, or an embarrassment? So, a collective noun for a group of pandas. A company of pandas, a business of pandas, a mustering of pandas, or an embarrassment of pandas? Less than 15 seconds remains. Just Pauline yet to answer. What is the group of pandas called? And the answer is D, embarrassment of pandas. Sounds quite bizarre, I know, but see how many people got that right. And most popular answer, 18 going for that. 7 apiece for company and mustering, with 6 for business. On to question 13. Which football legend is going to mentor young players in a new Disney Plus football show? Paul Gascoigne, Kevin Keegan, David Beckham, or Ashley Cole? So a football legend who's going to mentor young players in a new Disney Plus football show. Paul Gascoigne, Kevin Keegan, David Beckham, or Ashley Cole? Met 3 of those. And the one I was most excited to meet was Kevin Keegan. He was the England captain when I was growing up. Paul Gascoigne, well, let's say he appeared to be under the influence of something. And the answer is David Beckham. 25 getting that right. 6 for Ashley Cole. 4 for Paul Gascoigne. 2 for Kevin Keegan. On to question 14. Where does goulash originate from? Greece, Romania, Hungary, or Bulgaria? So where does the dish goulash originate from? Greece, Romania, Hungary, or Bulgaria? Got a nice latte delivered to me by Mrs. J. Very welcome. So we approach the last 10 seconds. Just the Cots and Ellie yet to answer. Now the Cots. And the answer is Hungary. Yep, very popular answer there. Hungary 36, just 1 apiece for Romania and Bulgaria. We'll take a look at the leaderboard after the next question. So according to analysis of Google searches, which is the most commonly misspelled word in Britain? Definitely, embarrass, separate, or questionnaire? So which of those is the most commonly misspelled word in Britain according to analysis of Google searches? Is it definitely, embarrass, separate, or questionnaire? Less than half the time remains. Still a few yet to answer. Maybe referring... Well, dictionary isn't really going to help you with that. But the Cots and Pauline yet to answer. To have gained a person, 39 people. Separate is the answer, so it's C. And that's the third most popular answer. 17 going for definitely, 9 for embarrass, just 3 for questionnaire. So let's take a look then at the leaderboard. It was the Wag Rileys and Bobby Dennis in the lead after 10. Are they still there? No, they're not. It's the back headers, forcing Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys into second place. And then in third, it's Joan. So 20 points separating the top 2. Dave Mid just outside the top 3. Then Shoot, Zoe's Uncle Teacup's Barmy Army, Archie's Army, PK and Lisa, and Ricardo. They make up the top 10. So 16, which defending World Snooker champion has been knocked out in the second round of the tournament currently taking place in Sheffield? Is it Judd Trump, Ronnie O'Sullivan or Mark Williams? The defending champion in snooker been knocked out in only the second round of the tournament. Is it Judd Trump, Ronnie O'Sullivan or Mark Williams? Pauline and Bushy Tails yet to answer. Now just Bushy Tails, and everybody has answered. Ronnie O'Sullivan, knocked out by Anthony McGill. Never know what you're going to get with Ronnie. It'll be sublime one time and then out of sorts the next. So let's take a look. How many got that right? Yeah, very popular answer, 34. Just 4 going for Mark Williams, 1 for Judd Trump. Question 17. Which of these political Twitter accounts has the most followers? Nigel Farage, the Labour Party, Mayor of London, or Sir Keir Starmer? So the most followers, which of those Twitter accounts? Nigel Farage, the Labour Party, Mayor of London, or Sir Keir Starmer? Less than half the time now remains. Bobby Dennis and the Wag Riley's yet to answer. And now it's just Travelman. And has answered. The answer is Mayor of London, which is a little surprising. So C, I think I might have caught a few people out. Yep. 5 getting that right. Well done if you got that right. Did have the figures which I was going to put in. But yeah, Mayor of London with the highest. 24 though, going for Nigel Farage. 6 for the Labour Party. 4 for Sir Keir Starmer. We'll look at the leaderboard again. The final time before the finish. After the next question. So what is a baby camel called? Is it a cub, a pup, or a calf? A baby camel. Shown there. What's it called? Is it a cub, a pup, or a calf? Just Ellie in fact, to speak, has answered. So all 39 people have logged in their answer. And the answer is a calf. And we have 28 people got that right. 7 for pup, 4 for cub. Let's take a look then at the all-important leaderboard. It was the back headers leading ahead of Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys. What do we have now at the top? Dave Mid, a new leader. So keen competition at the top. I'm going to make a note of that so I can remember. We've got Dave Mid followed by the back headers and then Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys in 3rd place. Joan just outside the top 3 can still get there, as could Shoot, Zoe's uncle, and the 2 others. So we go on to the penultimate question of the evening. So cheetah is the fastest land animal in the world. What is the second fastest? Blue wildebeest, brown hare, pronghorn antelope, or springbok? So one of the animals pictured there is the second fastest land animal in the world. Which one is it? Blue wildebeest, brown hare, pronghorn antelope, or springbok? Just Ellie yet to answer as we go into the last 10 seconds. And has now answered. So everybody in the frame. And the answer is a pronghorn antelope, would you believe? So C is the one. And only 10 getting that right. So well done if you got that right. We go into the final question of the evening. Good luck, everyone. So just to remind you about the top 3, Dave Mid, the backheaders. Then we have Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys. They were the leaders after 18. and tonight's final question. So in the American term zip code, what does the I stand for? Intelligence, identification, information, or improvement? So in zip code, it's their version of the postcode. Hear that referred to, is it? Intelligence for the I, identification, information, or improvement. Just a handful yet to answer. Ricardo left as the one still to answer, and has now answered. This could be all important. And the answer is improvement, zone improvement plan. I think that might have caught a few people out. Quite a tricky one, that. So I may well have gone for identification if it was me, given the subject. So let's take a look and see. Yep, identification, 21 going for that, 0 for intelligence, 10 for information, and only 8 for improvement. So how does that shape up the leaderboard? Dave Mid was the one to beat after 18, but the Backheaders and Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys were close on his heels. Let's take a look then at the final leaderboard. We start, as always, with tonight's top 3. So who has finished in the bronze medal position? And it is Shoot. Shoot jumps into the top 3. Tonight's runner-up, Bobby Dennis and the Wag Rileys. So tonight's winner has Dave Mid held on to claim victory. Yes, he has. Well done to Dave Mid, the winner, by 17 points tonight. Great performance. Take a look further down, just outside the top 3, the Backheaders, who were in second place after 18. Then it's PK and Lisa, Jones, Zoe's Uncle, Travelman, Ricardo, Teacups, Barmy Army, Archie's Army just outside top 10. And we go further down the table. See if you can see yourself there. Rabbit, Dave and Anne, at least have claimed the Wheel of Fortune prize tonight. Edgers, who did so well in the Spyrites quiz in midweek, in 27th today. Kevin Wag just below on 297. Spyrites Police, who was a winner some weeks ago, in 33rd place. Then it's Linny Sue, Pauline towards the bottom as well. Touch of Genius, Leopard Skin Larry, Ellie, and the last one, the Cots away team. The Cots may have been late entrance actually, because we did have 38 to start with, so whether they were having any problems. But just before we go, just to remind you about a couple of the quizzes coming up. So we have on Wednesday night the final Spyrites quiz of the weekly offerings. Phil Tooley providing a best of selection of questions from the series of weekly Spyrites quizzes that we've done. And also, if you enjoy the quizzes, Bernie Clifton's comedy keypad quiz. The prizes to be won, including a stay at Sutton Hall in North Yorkshire worth £500. That will go to the winner. Also, support from Scavelli Gin and cheese. So a selection of cheeses will also be on offer, so please do take part in that if you can. Supporting CSALS, the Community Save a Life scheme, a local charity, all about promoting the need for more people with first aid skills and providing a free online course. So if you want to take part in that, a minimum donation of £5 is required, that's all. It'll be on Zoom, and to book you need to go on Ticket Source. Just search for Bernie Clifton. That will come up and you'll be able to book your place for that one. I'll send you the relevant details. But back to tonight's leaderboard, and congratulations once again to Dave Mid. Dave, if you email me with a photo of your keypad screen or a screenshot, then I can put you in the draw for a prize. Thanks very much for your company tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do join us for either the final Spyrites quiz on Wednesday night, Bernie Clifton's comedy quiz on Thursday, or the final of the weekly series of fun family quizzes at the same time, 5 o'clock, on our YouTube channel next Sunday. In the meantime, hope you have a good week and look after yourselves.